All right, the 49ers are going to be on their way to Mexico City in just a few days. I'm sure they're happy about it because right now in Colorado Springs, the temperature is in the 20s. It's very cold. The altitude, though, is similar, 6,600 feet at the Air Force Academy. It's going to be 7,500 in Mexico City. So the 49ers are acclimating to the altitude. The temperature in Mexico City, by the way, 74 high, 50 nighttime low on Monday. So they're about to go into much balmier conditions, but the oxygen level in the air is similar in Colorado Springs as it is down there in Mexico City, which is why the 49ers are doing what they're doing. Exciting article came out this morning. Matt Barrows and I co-wrote this on The Athletic. Matt Barrows, I mean, you could see here the headline. The 49ers are big in Mexico, where Alfredo Gutierrez's journey to the NFL began. I talked to Alfredo. Matt talked to some other people with the 49ers, with the league, to really paint the picture of how big the 49ers presence in Mexico is becoming. As I said yesterday on the show, the 49ers plan, or I don't know if they plan on it, but Vivid Seats projects that the 49ers will have 82% of the crowd at Estadio Azteca on Monday night. 82% 49ers fans. So even though this is technically a road game, it will be the dynamics of a home game for the 49ers against the Cardinals. And anyway, Alfredo Gutierrez did not grow up a 49ers fan in Tijuana, but he says that the 49ers are huge down there in his community, even bigger now that he plays for them. Tijuana, obviously, just across the border from San Diego. So when Alfredo Gutierrez grew up in that area, he split time between San Diego and Tijuana, but LaDainian Tomlinson was playing for the Chargers. Antonio Gates was playing for the Chargers, and those were two of his favorite players. Alfredo's an offensive lineman for the 49ers now. He's huge. He's 6'9", 332 pounds, but he started his football career in Tijuana as a 6-year-old as a running back, and then he got bigger and bigger and bigger, so he went from running back to linebacker to defensive line, finally to tight end and offensive line. And now he's on the 49ers practice squad as part of the International Pathways program with the NFL. That is a way for the league to grow its popularity overseas and in foreign countries. They want non-Americans, non-Canadians, right? So you have players of all kinds of different nationalities have come through this pathway program. Some have earned actual 53-man roster contracts into the NFL, and some are like Alfredo Gutierrez, who's playing under a roster exemption. He's on the 49ers practice squad. He cannot be called up this season because of the exemption. That is the rule. If he's not taking up a roster spot, he can't be called up onto the active roster. Although I saw somebody recommend this on Twitter after I posted this article today. They said, Roger Goodell and the NFL absolutely need to make an exception to that exemption. If an international pathway program player is playing in his home country, and in this case, Alfredo Gutierrez is going to go back with the 49ers to Mexico City, he absolutely should be allowed to get into the game. And I agree. No downside for the NFL, no downside for anybody involved, right? There's only potential upside with the NFL trying to grow its presence in Mexico. Now, remember, Mexico City's in Central Time. So as opposed to Europe, which obviously doesn't share a time zone or time zones with the United States, it's already, football has already established itself in Mexico. Alfredo Gutierrez played college ball in Monterrey, a city about 600 miles north of Mexico City, near that, not too far from the U.S. border, actually, Monterrey. And he said that they had a crosstown rivalry with another college in Monterrey that was like the USC-UCLA rivalry. And he went back to Mexico over the bye week to watch those two schools, including his alma mater, play. So Alfredo Gutierrez, by the way, Mexican national champion, college football champion in 2019, played right tackle for that school in Monterrey. The left tackle went through the pathway program and is now with the Dallas Cowboys, Isaac Alarcon. And Alfredo told me that they would just sometimes line up both left and right tackle. They'd move either Alfredo to the right, to the left side, or Isaac to the right side, and they would just kill people. Obviously, the level of competition is lower. It's about D2 or so in Mexican college football, but still, when you get a guy that's 6'9", 332 pounds, he can really, really wreck shop. 49ers, Cardinals, Monday night, Mexico City. Just wanted to bring this article to your attention. I'm going to copy and paste the link to the comment section It already is in the description. Remember the amazing moment earlier this season. It was during the preseason game at Minnesota where Alfredo Gutierrez got in for the first 4 snaps of his NFL career. And one of those snaps, he pulled out to the left side, led the way on a Jordan Mason first down run. Well, he got the game ball because of that. And there was an emotional moment in the 49ers locker room, or there was an emotional moment that you probably haven't heard of yet with Alfredo Gutierrez calling his dad after the game and saying, "Hey, dad, this game ball is for you." And Alfredo's dad, who's also named Alfredo, Alfredo's brother is also named Alfredo. Alfredo's grandfather is also named Alfredo. He told me a funny story where they they were traveling as a family and they were getting their passports checked. And then the guy that's checking the passports, he's like, "Wait, which one of you is Alfredo?" And 4 or 5 guys all raised their hand for the family. So funny stuff. But anyway, Alfredo Gutierrez's dad, Alfredo, was just bawling. He was crying on the other end of the phone when Alfredo was giving him the game ball because that was his coach growing up. Alfredo's dad is 6'8". Alfredo is 6'9". His dad has always liked contact sports. It took a liking to football, which has established itself in Mexico. And then just imagine your son making it all the way from Tijuana to the National Football League and then calling you and saying, "Dad, here's the game ball from an NFL game." But no, Alfredo Gutierrez, the one question here that I think is on top of everybody's mind, will he play Monday? He will not be playing because he's not allowed to play. The 49ers, he's a roster exception under the International Pathway Player Program. And that means that he doesn't count toward a roster spot. He's on the practice squad. And part of that deal, part of the NFL rules are that you cannot activate a player who is a roster exception through the International Pathway Program. Now, I hope that the league comes to their senses and at least allows Alfredo Gutierrez to be in uniform, because I think that would be a crazy cool scene at Estadio Azteca if he is indeed in uniform. All right, check out the article. We worked hard on it. A little preview here. It's a long one. So you can go ahead and check out Alfredo Gutierrez, 49ers presence in Mexico. Subscribe to The Athletic. You do have that link everywhere, and I'm going to put up in the comments section as well. 49ers currently practicing. Quick update for you. No Armstead, no Javon Kinlaw, no Sansom Ebukam out there on the practice field. Danny Gray is back. I'll be back with a separate video that really delves into the 49ers injury situation and the update on that front. All right, everybody take care. We'll talk to you all soon.